There are mysteries placed deep inside the hearts of those chosen by God. These treasures are not loud or flashy, but hidden, because most of the world would not be able to grasp them. The Bible reminds us in 1 Corinthians 2:14 that the natural man does not accept the things of the Spirit of God, for they are foolishness to him. That is why these gifts are carried quietly, not to seek praise, but to walk faithfully in purpose. Each one of these blessings comes with weight, with battles unseen, and with moments of solitude. Today I will reveal 9 divine gifts that the chosen carry silently within. As you listen, you may notice chills, an inner stirring, or a sense of recognition. That is not an accident. It is a sign of alignment. If this finds you at the perfect moment, type 111 in the comments as a step of faith, and subscribe to stay rooted in wisdom that will strengthen and protect your walk. Now, let's begin. The ability to see the soul. Chosen ones have a way of looking past what people show on the outside. Their gaze doesn't just catch a smile or a reaction. It sees the truth that lives underneath. They recognize wounds that were never spoken, innocence that is often hidden, jealousy behind laughter, or a heaviness that no one else notices. It is not simply intuition. It is a spiritual sight given by the Lord to guide and protect them. In Hebrews 4:13 it says, "Nothing in all creation is hidden from God's sight. Everything is uncovered and laid bare before him." In a similar way, the chosen sense what is truly inside someone's spirit. This gift helps them avoid deception, harmful intentions, or energy that drains the mission. But they rarely mention it because most people are unsettled when they feel fully seen. To be seen beyond the mask is something many fear. For this reason, the chosen hold this ability quietly, knowing it is safer to keep it between themselves and God. When a chosen one lifts their heart in prayer or focuses deeply with intention, something beyond distance begins to happen. Their words and thoughts carry weight that travels to the person they are thinking of, no matter where they are. The Bible says in James 5:16, "The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." Through prayer and spiritual focus, they can bring peace to a troubled heart, shield a child while they sleep, or send comfort to someone facing sickness and despair. Sometimes, those who try to harm them suddenly feel fear, guilt, or confusion, because the chosen spirit pushes back in unseen ways. This ability is not about control or pride. They know boasting about such things would only weaken the gift, because pride corrupts. Instead, they use it humbly, aligning their spirit with God's will for healing, protection, and truth. The world might laugh at the thought that one person's prayer can stretch across miles and time zones. But those who walk closely with God understand. When a soul is aligned with his spirit, its influence reaches further than the human mind can comprehend. That is why the chosen guard this gift carefully, keeping it silent, pure, and always under divine direction. Chosen ones often notice that time seems to bend around them in ways that are difficult to explain. While others may rush and still arrive late, they might leave later and somehow reach first. They may finish work in minutes that takes others long hours, or find that situations shift unexpectedly, delays, cancellations, or changes that end up protecting them from unseen dangers. It is as if the clock itself is guided to move in step with their purpose. In Ecclesiastes 3:1 it says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven." For the chosen, life unfolds not on human schedules, but on divine timing. This gift allows peace when the world is chaotic and acceleration when they need release. Time bends because their life is woven with God's plan, and His plan is never late. They rarely speak about this because most people would dismiss it as coincidence or even fantasy. But the chosen understand that what others call luck is often the hand of God rearranging events. So they move quietly, trusting that every delay, every pause, and every fast-forward moment is heaven's way of keeping them aligned with their true mission. There are moments when the natural world seems to mirror the inner state of the chosen. After a prayer from a broken heart, rain may fall as if the heavens are weeping with them. When their soul burns with righteous anger, storms gather like a roar across the sky. And when joy fills their spirit, the sun breaks through clouds as though creation itself is celebrating. In Romans 8:19 it says, "For the creation waits in eager expectation for the children of God to be revealed." Nature recognizes them because they carry a divine signature within. They do not see wind, rain, or sunlight as random events. Instead, they feel them as reflections of their own spiritual climate. This is not something they speak about freely because, to most people, the idea that weather shifts with human emotion sounds impossible. But chosen ones know the truth. Creation responds to the presence of God within them. The earth does not argue, it simply obeys the authority written on their soul. That is why they walk in humility, knowing the skies and storms are not for show, but are reminders of the deep connection between heaven, earth, and the children God has called. Many chosen ones face situations that would overwhelm ordinary people. Serious illness, dangerous accidents, or spiritual attacks that could have ended their lives. Yet they emerge unharmed, guided, and shielded by divine protection. Psalm 91:7 reminds us, "1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you." This is the unseen armor God places around those who carry His mission. Their immunity is not pride or recklessness. It is a sacred covenant that ensures they fulfill the purpose God planned for them. They rarely boast about surviving what others could not because human envy and curiosity can tempt others to test their boundaries. Instead, they walk humbly, grateful for every moment of life, knowing their strength and survival are gifts meant for service, not display. The chosen protect this secret closely, using it only to complete their divine assignment and to care for others under God's guidance. For chosen ones, sleep is never just rest. It is a doorway to other dimensions. In dreams, they receive guidance from angels, ancestors, and God Himself, gaining insight into future events, hidden dangers, or opportunities. Some face spiritual battles while they rest, defending loved ones or strangers from unseen forces. Joel 2:28 says, "Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your old men will dream dreams, your young men will see visions." In their sleep, the chosen live this truth every night. These dreams leave them sometimes exhausted in the body, but spiritually strengthened. They rarely share these experiences because most dismiss dreams as mere imagination or leftover thoughts from the day. But for the chosen, dreams are classrooms, battlefields, and sacred spaces where divine instruction is given. They keep these experiences private, revealing them only when the time is right, or to those who can truly understand the responsibility and power of walking between worlds unseen. Chosen ones often face moments in life where it feels as if their spirit has been crushed beyond repair. They endure heartbreak, betrayal, grief, or deep spiritual despair that could break anyone else. Yet through God's strength, they rise each time, reborn, wiser, and more resilient. Psalm 34:18 says, "Oh, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed Every spiritual death they experience refines their soul, burning away doubt, fear, and attachments that do not serve their purpose. This resurrection is not spoken about openly because their scars are sacred reminders of battles fought in darkness and victories won silently. The power they carry comes from surviving, learning, and trusting in God when all seemed lost. Their endurance creates an inner light and authority that others instinctively feel, even if they cannot explain it. These silent resurrections make the chosen ones unshakable, humble, and profoundly connected to the divine, giving them strength to walk boldly in their God-given mission. When a chosen one chooses to remain silent, it is never out of anger, pride, or indifference. Their quiet carries weight. It is a spiritual force that can shift circumstances around those who have wronged them. Proverbs 21:23 reminds us, "Those who guard their mouths and their tongues keep themselves from calamity." Their silence can lead to life lessons, awaken conscience, or remove divine favor from those acting in harm. Relationships may falter, opportunities may fade, and peace may feel distant, all without a single word spoken. The chosen understand that silence is a sacred tool. It is not weakness, but a divine strategy, allowing God to act directly without interference. They do not boast about this ability because it is holy, not personal power. Only the humble and faithful can wield silence in alignment with God's will. For the chosen, knowing when to speak and when to remain still is a spiritual discipline that protects both themselves and those they care for, maintaining balance and divine justice in unseen ways. The connection of souls across distance. Chosen ones possess a quiet, powerful ability to reach the hearts and spirits of those they are connected to, no matter where they are. When they focus with intention, pray with deep love, or feel a tug on their soul, their energy resonates across space. 1 Thessalonians 5:17 says, "Pray without ceasing." This prayerful connection often causes others to think of them suddenly, dream of them vividly, or feel their presence without explanation. It is not manipulation or magic. It is a natural resonance, a reflection of souls bound by divine purpose, karmic threads, or God's plan. They use this gift carefully because it carries responsibility. Misuse could interfere with free will or spiritual law. Instead, they act in love, protection, and guidance. They remain silent about it, sharing only when necessary, honoring the sacred trust placed in their hands. Through spirit calling, the chosen maintain deep bonds that transcend time and space, serving God's purpose while connecting hearts in ways the world cannot see. These 9 gifts are sacred tools, not for display or pride, but for fulfilling God's purpose on earth. If even one of these resonates with you, nurture it quietly, seek wisdom, and use it with pure intentions. Matthew 6:6 reminds us, "But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." If this message reached you at the perfect time, type 111 in the comments to claim your blessings and awaken your gifts. Subscribe for more hidden spiritual wisdom to strengthen your journey as a chosen one. Stay blessed, protected, and unstoppable. Thank you for watching.